afternoon, everyone. I hope you are doing well on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, coming to you straight from Michigan. I want to try to get right to the point. Today I want to talk about following Jesus. No matter the circumstances, no matter the storms, no matter how lost you may feel, if you are looking for the way, follow Jesus, for He is the way and the truth and the life, and He will lead you in the right way. He will always tell you the truth, and He will get you to that better life. He is that better life. No matter what storms you're facing, follow Jesus. No matter what, continue to follow Jesus. No matter what adversity you face, no matter what storm you face, continue to follow Jesus, because He is the way. He will lead you in the right way. He walks before you, so your footsteps walk in His footsteps, and He will not lead you in the wrong way. When you start following Jesus, this world, the enemy, even people that you may know, people that you may be close to, they may ask you questions like, how long? How long are you going to continue to follow Jesus? You know, when things get bad, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to follow Him? Yes. This world cannot stop you from following Jesus. Your friends, your families, your co-workers, your neighbors, don't, if they try to lead you in the wrong way, don't go that way. Don't listen to what man says. Listen to what Jesus says. If Jesus says, walk this way, follow after me, walk His way. Follow after Him. Don't listen to those voices, those lies in your ear from the world, from the enemy, from family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, whoever it may be. So no, you don't have to listen to what the Word says, to what God says, to what Jesus says. Go this way. No, don't listen to the world. Listen to Jesus. Walk in His way. And there are 4 people in the Bible that went through some absolutely horrible things, and they still followed after God. The first one is Job. Read the whole book of Job, and I guarantee you, you've never had a day as bad as Job. He lost everything in one day, including his children, all of his children. He lost every possession. He lost all his children, and his friends tried to come and comfort him, but they kept accusing him, saying he must have done something wrong when he knew that he didn't. But he kept his integrity and kept following God, and God brought him through and blessed his life doubly. Joseph chapter 37 through chapter 50 in Genesis. Read about him and the horrible things that he went through. His brothers hated him. There was a promise on his life from God, and his brothers hated him for this, for the dreams that he had. But he continued to follow after God. He was thrown in a pit by his own family. He was sold into slavery by his own family. He was thrown into prison, falsely accused and thrown into prison. But God had a plan, and Joseph kept following after Jesus, and Jesus took him out of that pit, took him out of that prison, and set him in the palace. And you all know about David. David, his story is found in 1 Samuel chapter 16 through 1 Kings chapter 2. And he kept following after Jesus. He faced a real lion, a real bear, and God was with him and delivered him through that. And then he faced an actual giant, as most of you know about Goliath. He faced that giant, and God helped him prevail. God was there with him, and they took down that giant. And David faced some horrible times. He had children die. There were things that happened in his life that was very hard. He was anointed to be king, but then he went back to tending sheep. For many years, he went through so many trials. King Saul tried to kill him. He hunted him down like a dog to try to kill him. And he knew there was a promise on his life to be king. But he kept following after God. And that day finally came that he became king. The promise that God gave him. If you follow me, this is what's going to happen. And then the story of Paul, who used to be Saul. And on the road to Damascus, when he was persecuting the Christians, and all the horrible things he did. So you think about the horrible things that you've done, and you're like, how can God forgive me? He can. He can. He forgave David after the things that David did. And he forgave Saul after the things that Saul did. And he changed his name to Paul. He gave him a new name. He forgave him, and he used him mightily. And if you read starting in Acts, and you work your way through Acts chapter 7, throughout most of the rest of the Bible, because there's a lot that he wrote in the New Testament, and you will see about the time and the life of Paul and all the adversity that he faced, horrible things, death. He was stoned and left for dead. They threw rocks at him and drug him out of a city and left him for dead. But God rose him up. He was a night in the day in the deep, out in the sea. God brought him through that. He was shipwrecked. God brought him through that. He was beaten. God brought him through that. He continued to follow Jesus. And Jesus is the right way. So no matter what you're facing, continue to follow after Jesus, because he is the way and the truth and the life. And no matter what you are facing, no matter what storm it is, no matter the mountain in front of you, no matter the valley in front of you, God will bring you through. Follow him. He will not lead you in a wrong way. He is the right way. Follow after Jesus. And no matter what anybody says to try to hold you back from following Jesus, no matter who it is, continue to follow after him, because he is the way, the truth, and the life, and he will lead you the right way. And in the end, you will end up in heaven with him, where we are supposed to be. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Until next time, goodbye.